right, so we're diving into prep for a job interview as a domestic appliances specialized seller, and we've got a whole bunch of resources from RoleCatcher to help us out here.
Yeah.
Um, Career guides, interview guides, and even their AI tools. Think of this deep dive as your secret weapon to totally ace this interview.
Yeah, and it's really more than just knowing, your refrigerators from your ovens. It's really like being a tech consultant almost,
Yeah.
like a guide in this whole world of smart homes and all these new energy-saving gadgets.
Exactly. And, RoleCatcher's career guide really hammers home this point that,
Yeah.
this role is always changing. Like, you're not just selling something, you're kind of advising on the best fit for each customer's lifestyle.
Right, exactly. Like imagine, explaining how
Wow. Oh, okay.
a smart fridge can actually help someone plan their meals or cut down on food waste, or how a new washing machine could save them money on their energy bills. You'd really become like this trusted resource for people.
Okay, so that's a much clearer picture now than just
Yeah.
domestic appliance seller. But how do we actually get that across in an interview? Well, RoleCatcher gives us a bunch of sample questions, so let's tackle those head on. Starting with this one. Tell me about your experience selling domestic appliances. Like, what are they really trying to get at with this question?
Well, it's more than just listing your past jobs. They're looking for that passion. They want to see your knowledge. Even if you're totally new to this whole field, have you ever worked like in retail, customer service, anything like that? Or you just, you love to geek out about the latest tech gadgets with your friends. I mean, it's all relevant.
That's such a good point. Like, it's about connecting with people, understanding their needs. And RoleCatcher's guide even mentions that experience actually trumps formal education in this role. So it's about those core skills more than anything.
Yeah, and just think back to like a time when you helped someone pick out like the perfect gift, or you explained a new gadget to like a relative or something. That's the kind of energy they're looking for in this interview. And also, don't forget, RoleCatcher's AI can actually analyze the job description and then help you tailor your CV and cover letter. So you're highlighting those specific skills, even if they weren't specifically stated in your previous job titles.
Right. It's like having this personal assistant making sure your best qualities are shining through, and RoleCatcher's AI is helping you cut through all that noise of online applications.
And then they might follow up with something like, what was your biggest sales win? But don't worry if you haven't, actually worked in sales before. It's more about just showcasing, your ability to understand a problem and provide a solution.
So it doesn't have to be about hitting some crazy sales target. It could be like helping a frazzled parent find the perfect quiet dishwasher. And they were so thankful for your knowledge.
Exactly. It's all about that aha moment for the customer where they realize you've really listened to them and found that right fit. And you can even kind of weave in there, that you're committed to that continuous learning. Maybe you're really excited about a specific manufacturer's training program.
Oh, that's nice. That shows you're in it for the long haul. Okay, let's move on to the next question here. How do you approach customer needs assessment? Ooh, this one feels a little bit trickier. How do we nail this without sounding like a robot?
Well, think about it like this. You wouldn't want to go to a doctor who just throws prescriptions at you without asking you any questions, right? It's the same with selling appliances.
Okay, so you're like a detective gathering clues about their lifestyle, their needs, their budget before you even suggest anything.
Yeah, you're not just selling a product.
Yeah.
You're offering them like a tailored solution. And this is something that the career guide really emphasizes a lot.
Right.
Those core functions like interacting with the customers, understanding their needs, providing advice. It's all about that personalized approach.
That makes sense. And I bet they often follow up with, give me an example of how you tailored a recommendation. So have a specific story ready, which shows you went above and beyond just selling a product.
Right. Like maybe you helped a couple choose an energy efficient model that fit their budget and their environmental concerns, or you guided someone towards a specific feature they hadn't even considered that made their life way easier.
All right. I'm feeling more confident already. Let's move on to question number 3 here. What sales techniques have you found to be most effective in selling domestic appliances? Okay, time to brag a little bit, right?
Well, it's a little more nuanced than that. I think honesty and that genuine rapport are really key. People can spot a fake a mile away, especially when it comes to these big purchases like appliances. So instead of just, rattling off specs and features, explain like the why behind them.
So instead of just saying, this fridge has 25 cubic feet of space, I could say, this model's spacious interior is perfect for a growing family that loves to entertain. Plus, it has adjustable shelves, so you've got ultimate flexibility.
Exactly. Connect those features to their actual needs. You're a problem solver, not just like a walking product catalog. And this ties back to what RoleCatcher emphasizes, both sales and marketing knowledge, but also customer and personal service. Those things aren't mutually exclusive. It's about that human touch.
I can already imagine the follow-up. Tell me about a time you turned a hesitant customer into a happy buyer. This is where we showcase our magic, right?
Remember, it's not about tricks or manipulation, it's about being genuine and understanding their concerns. Did you share a personal experience with a similar appliance? Did you offer some additional information that helped them make an informed decision? It's all about building that trust.
Okay, I'm loving these practical examples. So far, we've really focused on those interpersonal skills, but question 4 takes kind of a different angle here. How do you stay up to date on the latest trends and technologies in the domestic appliance industry? Time to show off our industry knowledge right now.
Absolutely. This is where your passion really shines through. Don't just say, I read stuff online. Be specific. Mention industry publications, websites, maybe even YouTubers you follow. Bonus points if you've attended any manufacturer training workshops.
Right. So instead of just giving some vague answer, I could say, I'm a regular reader of Appliance Insider magazine, and I love following Tech Talk blog for the latest innovations. I'm actually signed up for a training on smart home integration with, manufacturer name next month.
Perfect. You've shown initiative and a genuine desire to learn. And that kind of sets you up for a follow-up question, like, what's an exciting new technology and appliances that you're eager to learn more about? Now is your chance to really geek out a little bit and show them that enthusiasm.
I love that it's not about just knowing all the facts.
Yeah.
It's about conveying that passion, that curiosity. And speaking of resources, RoleCatcher's AI platform is like this treasure trove of information. Career guides, skill guides, even links to industry websites.
Yeah, it's like having a personalized research assistant. You can really use it to dig deeper into specific topics and then impress that interviewer with your in-depth knowledge.
Wow, we have covered so much ground, but there are still more questions to tackle.
You're right. We'll dive into those next time, but for now, just take a moment to think about how you can really bring your own unique experiences and that enthusiasm to these answers.
Yeah, stay tuned for part 2 of this deep dive, where we'll unpack even more interview questions and explore the power of RoleCatcher's AI tools.
Okay, so let's jump back into these interview questions with one that tends to throw people off a bit. Can you give an example of a challenging sales situation you faced and how you overcame it?
Oh yeah, this one feels kind of like a trap.
Yeah.
You want to show that you can handle tough situations, but without making yourself look bad, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's all about choosing a story that highlights those problem-solving skills. So maybe you had a customer who was super indecisive, or there was a misunderstanding about a product's features or something. Whatever the situation was, focus on those steps you took to resolve it and create that positive outcome.
So instead of saying, I once had a customer yell at me because the fridge they wanted was back-ordered, I could say something like, I had a customer who was really disappointed about a delay in their order. I really empathized with their frustration, explained the situation clearly, and offered to keep them updated. I also showed them a comparable model with similar features that was available right away, and in the end, they really appreciated my proactive approach.
Yeah, that's much better. You've shown resilience, communication skills, and a customer-focused mindset all in one story. And remember what the career guide emphasizes, clear communication and active listening are crucial in this role, especially when things get a little bit tricky.
Okay, feeling much more prepared for that one. Now let's move on to a question that I think no one really enjoys. How do you handle customer complaints or returns? Ugh, it's like they're asking for a horror story.
Well, it's inevitable, in any customer-facing role. But remember, you're the face of the company. So the key is to approach those complaints with empathy and professionalism. Your goal is to find a solution that leaves the customer feeling heard and respected.
Got it. So no matter how frustrating the situation might be, I should really focus on active listening, understanding their issue, and offering solutions within the company's guidelines, of course.
Exactly. You're not just trying to shut down the complaint,
Yeah.
You're really aiming for that win-win situation. And this is also a great opportunity to showcase your knowledge of company policies, especially those regarding returns and exchanges.
All right, I'm with you there. Now, this next question seems more about time management than sales, actually. It says, how do you prioritize your sales leads and opportunities? What are they really getting at with this one?
Well, they want to see if you can work smart, not just hard. So how do you identify those most promising leads? Do you prioritize the ones who are actively seeking information, or do you focus on building relationships with customers who have a history of those repeat purchases?
So I might say something like, I pay close attention to the level of engagement and their specific needs. I focus on customers who are actively searching for information or have shown interest in particular products. I also make it a priority to nurture those relationships with customers who have been loyal or who refer others.
Excellent. You've shown a really strategic approach to this. It's not just about chasing every single lead that comes your way. And remember, RoleCatcher's AI can actually analyze your past sales data and help you identify those patterns that can really inform your prioritization strategies.
Now, that's using AI to your advantage for sure, speaking of building relationships. The next question kind of dives right into that. How do you build and maintain relationships with key accounts? This seems like it goes beyond just making that one-time sale.
Oh, absolutely. Key accounts are those high-value customers. Maybe they buy in bulk or make frequent purchases, or they're super influential in their network. Building those relationships requires like a more personalized touch.
So it's about remembering their preferences, following up after purchases, maybe even sending like personalized offers or invitations to special events.
Exactly. You're showing them that you value their business and you're really invested in their long-term satisfaction. And remember how the career guide highlights networking as a key skill. Well, nurturing those key accounts is like high-level networking that can lead to fantastic opportunities down the road.
Okay, I'm starting to see how all these pieces fit together now. On to the last question in this set here. How do you stay motivated and engaged in a sales role? This feels more like a personality question to me. What are they trying to figure out here?
I think they want to understand what really drives you. You know, your resilience, your ability to handle those highs and lows that are just part of any sales career. It takes a certain kind of passion and self-motivation to really thrive in this environment.
All right, so instead of just saying like, I love making money, which, I mean, honestly, who doesn't? I should really focus on those aspects of the job that genuinely excite me.
Exactly. Do you thrive on helping people find that perfect solution? Are you fascinated by those latest advancements in appliances? Share those passions with genuine enthusiasm, you know? Let them see what really motivates you to do this work.
Okay, so I could say something like, I'm really energized by the challenge of truly understanding my customers' needs and finding that ideal solution for them. I also love, geeking out about the latest innovations in appliances and sharing that knowledge with others. And I really thrive in a fast-paced environment where I can constantly learn and grow.
That's fantastic. You've highlighted your passion, your drive, and that commitment to continuous learning. Those are all qualities that any employer would absolutely value.
Wow, we have really dissected those sample questions.
Yeah.
But RoleCatcher offers so much more than just interview prep. It's like
Yeah.
a full-fledged career development platform, and we've touched on there. AI-powered CV and cover letter builder, but they also have this amazing tool called the Career Compass.
Right. The Career Compass can really help you explore those different paths within the field, figure out which roles truly align with your interests and skills, and even map out like a long-term career trajectory. It's like having a personalized roadmap for your professional journey.
That sounds incredibly helpful, especially for someone who's just starting out or maybe looking to make a career change. But we are running out of time for this part of the deep dive.
You're right. We'll have to dive deeper into the Career Compass and those other amazing features of RoleCatcher in the next part. But for now, just remember, preparation is key, and with the right tools and guidance, you can confidently approach any interview.
All right, and we are back for the final part of our deep dive into becoming a domestic appliances specialized seller. We've tackled those tricky interview questions, but RoleCatcher offers like this whole arsenal of tools that goes way beyond just interview prep. It's really like having a career coach right there in your pocket.
Exactly. It's not just about, one interview. It's about really equipping you to navigate that entire job search process and build a really successful career.
And they have this amazing AI that can help tailor your CV and cover letter to each specific job you apply for, right? It's not just some generic template. It actually analyzes the job description and suggests keywords and phrases to make your application stand out.
Remember that whole like lottery analogy? Well, RoleCatcher's AI is kind of helping you beat the odds there by making sure you're speaking the same language as those algorithms that are screening all the applications. It's like having a secret decoder ring for the whole hiring process.
So I can upload my CV to RoleCatcher and then find a specific job I'm interested in. And their AI will tell me how to tweak it to increase my chances of getting noticed.
That's exactly it. It might suggest adding specific skills that were mentioned in the job description or highlighting achievements that are super relevant to that particular role. It can even help you rephrase things to make your experience sound more impactful.
That's incredible. It's like taking all the guesswork out of, crafting that perfect application.
And there's even more. They have this feature called the Career Compass that can help you explore different career paths and really figure out which roles truly align with your skills and your interests. Like it's having a roadmap for your professional journey.
Oh, wow. That sounds amazing, especially if you're feeling a bit lost or overwhelmed with, like,
Yeah.
all the different options out there.
Like imagine you're really interested in, exploring management roles within the appliance industry. Well, the Career Compass can show you potential paths, highlight those necessary skills and experience, even suggest relevant training programs or certifications. It really helps you visualize those long-term goals.
Wow. So it's not just about, like, finding a job. It's about planning your whole career.
Right. And once you identify those target roles, RoleCatcher has this massive database of employers. You can research companies, see who's hiring, even get insights into company culture and salary ranges. It's like having that insider knowledge of the job market.
So much better than just blindly applying to every company out there and hoping for the best.
Exactly. And let's not forget about their practice interview feature. You can actually record yourself answering like common interview questions, and then their AI will give you feedback on your delivery, the content, even your body language. It's like having a personalized mock interview experience.
So I can practice my answers, get feedback, and fine-tune my approach, all within the RoleCatcher platform.
Exactly. It helps you really identify areas for improvement and build that confidence before you step into that real interview.
So what does all this mean for you, our listener? You're not just prepping for an interview, you're taking control of your entire career path. RoleCatcher is like your toolbox, your guide, your secret weapon in this competitive job market.
And here's a final thought to kind of mull over. What kind of impact do you want to make in this role? Think about that and let that passion really shine through in the interview. Because ultimately, it's your enthusiasm, your knowledge, and that genuine desire to help customers that's going to make you a truly successful domestic appliances specialized seller.
That wraps up our deep dive on becoming a domestic appliances specialized seller. We've covered so much from mastering those interview questions to exploring the incredible resources available through RoleCatcher. So remember, you've got the knowledge, you've got the tools. Now go out there and rock that interview.